What happens when a family built for television faces a scandal that cameras can't fix? Click here and stay glued because we're diving deep into a story you thought you knew. Welcome back to the channel. You know the name, Duggar. A dynasty built on faith, family, and controversy. But what you're about to see will change the story forever. We're not just talking about a baby bump. We're talking about secrets, survival, and a shocking legal battle that could tear this famous family apart. This isn't just gossip, this is a documentary-style investigation into the untold story of Jana Duggar. If you think you know the truth, think again. Smash that like button and hit subscribe right now, because this is one story you do not want to miss. To understand the bombshell of today, you have to rewind the tape. The Duggar family exploded into public consciousness with TLC's 19 Kids and Counting, a show that presented the picture-perfect life of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar and their 19 children. For years, America watched Jana, the eldest daughter, as the quiet, capable helper, a constant, steady presence in the chaotic Duggar household. But behind the curated smiles and wholesome storylines, cracks began to show. The first major quake hit the family's public image with the conviction of her brother, Josh Duggar. In a federal court in Fayetteville, Arkansas, Josh was found guilty of downloading and possessing child sexual abuse images. The charges were severe, carrying a potential sentence of up to 20 years in prison and fines of up to $250,000 for each count. The family's world was shattered. The show was long gone, but the spotlight of infamy was brighter than ever. And just as that dust was settling, a new, personal, and deeply troubling legal challenge emerged for Jana herself. In September, a charge was filed against Jana Duggar that sent shockwaves through her fanbase. Arkansas court records revealed she was charged with a misdemeanor count of endangering the welfare of a minor. The alleged incident happened on September 9. Through her attorney, Jana pleaded not guilty, and a trial by judge was scheduled for January 10. Now, let's be absolutely clear, the details of this case are sealed by the court. According to Arkansas law, such a charge generally involves allegations that a person engaged in conduct creating a substantial risk of serious harm to the physical or mental welfare of a person known by the actor to be a minor. If convicted, the standard punishment ranges up to 3 months in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. Officials have stated there is no evidence connecting Jana's case to her brother Josh's case. But the timing and the nature of the charge created a maelstrom of speculation, concern, and confusion. For a woman known as the responsible, nurturing big sister to so many, this legal trouble seemed utterly paradoxical. It raised a million questions. What really happened? How does a person in Jana's position find herself in this situation? And crucially, how does life go on when you're facing a potential court battle while living in the relentless glare of the public eye? This is where the plot takes an incredible, life-affirming twist. Because while one chapter of her life enters a tense legal drama, another chapter is blooming with pure, unadulterated joy. Enter the baby bump. Amidst the whispers and the court dates, Jana Duggar has been on a very public, very beautiful journey into motherhood. She's expecting her first child, a son, with her husband, Stephen Wisman. And she hasn't hidden away. Instead, she's invited her nearly 900,000 Instagram followers along for the ride. Her posts have become a digital scrapbook of anticipation. From the initial announcement in August, where she gushed, "We are so excited, January 2026 is going to come with a little bundle of joy joining our family," to regular updates showcasing her growing belly. Her most recent post, a pair of mirror selfies on December 17, showed her proudly cradling her prominent baby bump. The caption read, "The anticipation is building in our home. Can't wait to meet this little guy," followed by a blue heart. This is the stunning duality of Jana's current reality. A private legal matter whose details are locked away in a courthouse, and a public celebration of new life shared with the world on social media. Fans are analyzing every post, not just for baby clues, but for hints about her state of mind. Some even speculated that her December 17 post might hint at a January 17 due date. Whether that's true or not, the message is clear: life and hope are moving forward. So, how do we reconcile these two narratives? The beloved sister facing a child endangerment charge, and the glowing mother-to-be sharing her joy? This is the central, haunting contradiction that defines Jana Duggar's story right now. For her followers, social media has become a lifeline to the family after the fall of their TV empire. They see the gardening projects, the home improvements, and now, the pregnancy journey. It creates a sense of normalcy, of continuity. But the sealed court documents represent a black box of uncertainty. They represent a story we haven't been told, a side of a person the public persona never prepared us for. The address listed in her court docket is the same sprawling, multi-generational Duggar compound featured on TV. It's a place that symbolizes both family unity and, now, a nexus for profound struggle. Is she drawing strength from this family fortress, or does it represent a pressure cooker of expectations and past traumas? The coming court date on January 10 looms not just as a legal milestone, but as a potential catalyst that could redefine everything. Let's pull the lens back even further. Jana's story is about more than one person. It's a case study in the aftermath of reality TV fame. It's about what happens when the cameras stop rolling but the audience never leaves. It's about a woman who grew up with her entire life, her triumphs, her family's sins, her personal struggles, served up as entertainment. Now, at 31, she's scripting her own story, but it's on a stage built by someone else. Her pregnancy is a powerful act of self-definition. It's a new role, not just a daughter or a sister, but a mother. It's a future she's building with her husband, separate from the famous Duggar brand. Yet, the past and its complications are inescapable. The legal charge, regardless of its eventual outcome, is a shadow. It asks uncomfortable questions about pressure, about privacy, and about the immense weight of being a Duggar in a world that watches your every move. Her followers are left piecing together a puzzle with half the pieces missing. They celebrate the baby bump photos, they decode emojis and dates, they offer prayers and supportive comments. But they are also aware of the court docket, the sealed files, the silent attorneys. This constant push and pull between public joy and private turmoil is the engine of this ongoing saga. And this is where we arrive at the cliffhanger of real life. Because January 2026 isn't just a due date, it's a collision point. Jana's trial by judge is scheduled for January 10. Her baby is due at some point in January. Within the span of a few weeks, her life could be irrevocably changed in two monumental ways, by the ruling of a judge, and by the cry of a newborn. What happens in that courthouse could range from a full acquittal to the consequences outlined by law. How does a new mother process that outcome? How does the family, still reeling from one brother's conviction, navigate another sibling's legal battle? Conversely, how does the profound, life-changing event of childbirth alter a person's perspective on their own challenges? The emotional whiplash of these two events happening in tandem is almost unimaginable. Furthermore, her social media presence hangs in the balance. It's her connection to the fans who have stuck by her. Will she continue to share her motherhood journey as candidly after January 10? Will the narrative be one of redemption and fresh starts, or will a cloud remain? The story is writing itself in real time, and every new Instagram post, every court filing, is a new sentence. This is the unresolved symphony of Jana Duggar's life. A melody of anticipation for a new baby, underscored by a bass line of legal anxiety. It's a story about legacy, escaping one, and creating another. It's about the search for normalcy when your last name makes that impossible. The 19 Kids and Counting franchise may be over, but the counting continues, counting down to a court date, counting down to a due date, counting the costs of fame, and counting the blessings of a new beginning. The cameras of TLC are gone, but in many ways, the documentary of her life has entered its most raw and unfiltered season. We are all witnesses. We see the curated joy she chooses to share, and we are aware of the sealed struggles she cannot discuss. This dichotomy is the heart of modern celebrity, especially for those raised in the spotlight. So, what comes next? Does the birth of her son become a turning point, a symbol of a private, joyful life finally taking precedence? Or does the resolution of her court case cast a long shadow over this happy time? The truth is, no one knows. Not us, and perhaps not even Jana herself. All we can do is watch as these parallel timelines, one of the law, one of life, race toward their conclusions. And that's why you need to stay with us on this channel. Because when January hits, the story accelerates. We will be here, tracking every public update, analyzing every development, and respecting the private human drama at the center of it all. We don't have all the answers today, but the search for understanding is what we do. This is an ongoing story. The next chapter is literally due any day. So, what do you think will happen? How do you see this story unfolding? Let's talk about it in the comments below. Share your thoughts, your theories, your support. And to make sure you don't miss a single update on this and stories just like it, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. This isn't over. In fact, the most dramatic part is just about to begin. We'll see you in the next video.